They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Payne. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here. Fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
It's just taken around the 12. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shane Ray in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Set. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Wilson, and he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Wilson. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Matthews has it right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Gotta go. 14.
Wilson will throw again. Drops it off for Coleman. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Gets through, and now an opening. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
He's going to get it running right. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side, caught by Matthews. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Wilson on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, Wilson. And this is hauled in by Matthews. He'll have a first down past the 40. One minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Wilson operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
Check 50.
On second down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Here's Bernard. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out, nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Mostert now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. And Matthews makes the grab. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One left, one left. 56 is my boy, 56. Check. Hey, hey.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, the pick on the opening drive. 2nd drive, not much better. To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
Here we go.
I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now let's go. 3.
They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is Parker, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave one more off this lead. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, and the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
He'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They're going to look to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go. They
begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. as his guys are in for 6. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Now let's go. Boo, line it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Tempo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 43 yards.
Come on, let's
So
go.
that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Russell Wilson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Parkey with the extra point, and that will get them 1 closer. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Now let's go. Boo, line it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Takk McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On 1st down, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Airs this out for Matt. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
19.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Wilson will throw again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Parker the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Again, Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Russell Wilson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Gun. 4 down.
Now it's Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Reset.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And now running right through it. This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Hey, over here.
Coleman now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, over here.
Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Wilson wants to throw it. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Shotgun. 14. Zero. Let's get that ball here. Run it.
Here's Wilson. Staying on his feet. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gotta go.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Scott. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurry up, here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last